What up, what up? It's your guy, Malachi Joel. Midday Play with our first DJ feature today. DJ KK in the building.
Hi.
So everybody who's been listening on GMWorldWideRadio.com, you have been listening to her mix. You know, it's not a playlist by me or just some, random songs we have going. We actually have live DJs in here, people.
Yep.
Every day, 2 to 4 p.m. Wednesday, your live DJ is DJ KK. So get familiar.
Hi, what's up, everybody? My name is Kenzie Casa, but I'm also known as DJ KK, and I'm on the Midday Play. What up?
So you about to have to do the voiceover for the Midday Play. That was mine was all dry, just Midday Play. That's how it goes into the second part of the day. You're tired, and then you get to 2 o'clock, and you need a little boost to get through the rest of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
We got some DJs for you, so we'll help you through that. Again, 2 to 4 p.m. every day, Monday. Oh, I say every day. Then I'm gonna say Monday through Friday. Every day on GMWorldWideRadio.com. Again, for our Android users, you can download the app at the Google Play Store, and it is Grandma Worldwide Radio. We wanted to take a little pause from the music because we already know she's killing the music. She got y'all moving, and it's a clean set.
Yes, it is.
I definitely want to put that out there.
So the kids can listen to it.
Yes. And so we'll be, getting some other places that y'all can actually play the music kind of loud, so that's a good thing. But I wanted to take a break from the music so y'all can actually get to know the person behind, the mic, DJing, behind the turntables, the ones and twos, all those things, because she does a lot of things besides just what you think she's here for today, just DJing. So we'll let her tell a little bit about herself and what she does. But starting off, how long have you been DJing?
I have been DJing for about 4 years. I want to say 4 years. And it's been an experience. It's been an experience. I love it, though. I love it. I've always had a nick for DJing because I'm a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And, so dabbing into different types of music, different types of sounds is what I like to do. So in DJing, you can do that. You can dab into different sounds. You can pull it in. You can take what you want. You can mix it all together. And it's something I've been doing anyways. And so, yeah, it's been.
I've DJed one time. I way back, my uncle used to DJ in Brooklyn. And I think the first thing that I DJed was Walk This Way by Run DMC and something else. I can't remember, and I just did that first mix, and it was just all right, Mr. DJ. I was only 14, but but yeah, so I definitely, the craft is something that a lot of people think you just do. I like music. I know 2 songs that go together. I can DJ.
Right.
And it's nah, not really. It takes, it takes some learning, and it takes definitely a love for music too.
Yeah,
some people just match up songs, and you're that didn't.
It has to have a similar beat.
Yes.
You have to find the rhythm, or even words. Even with words, you have to find something that's similar. That just
segues it.
It's natural. It's natural.
Yeah. So that's what we kind of wanted to display on here. Again, Grandma Worldwide Radio. We do a lot with artists. Being an artist myself, that was the format that I came in here on, wanting some output for artists. It was coming up, it was hard, there wasn't a lot of outlets for you to get your music or your talent, so it was all right, well, I got the chance, let's do a radio station, or let's do something to keep, opening doors for more people. And DJing was something that a lot of people leave out. It's all right, we can go to the producers now, or we go to SoundClick, or I do, and you're losing a lot of scratching in songs, you're losing a lot of, just that element. So it's during the program, it was we definitely had to do some spot that highlights DJing and to keep that art, alive. So
you need the scratching. You need it. You got to remember what DJing means. Disc junkie. You need that. That's part of it. Although nowadays we don't have to switch a disc. You still get the same sound when you change the music and you just scratching. That's a part of it. So
yeah, it's you don't lose that art of keeping the party going. Same thing with MCing. People forget, and it's just oh, I'm a rapper. I'm an artist. It's can you control the crowd? Can you keep the party going? Can you play something for other than what you were expecting to be there? And that's what DJing and MCing was that in the moment type. And a lot of people can't do that. So you want to kind of pre-record everything or have everything pretty much. And that's producer, which is not wrong with producers, because we're going to have a segment called the produce section where we talk to producers about just making beats and things like that. So we're going to keep the knowledge of hip hop, alive through all this. But again, DJ for 4 years. And that's not, I'm not gonna say that's how I met you, but that's how, one of the ways I am familiar, because I would see Facebook posts and events and DJing at this event. So it was just oh, okay, DJing too, not performing. A lot of people were I'm performing here. It was DJing here. It was okay, she got a second hat. She's doing something else. So it was one of those things I always wanted to, why I kept you in mind for you know, the position. So other than DJ, let the people know what other things that, you know, you're into.
Okay, so I don't only DJ, as you heard from him. That's one of the things that he's heard me or seen me do. I also model. I'm a singer and I'm a rapper. And like I told you before, I'm a producer and much more. I do a lot of stuff. Every time I explain to people or tell them what I do, they ask, what don't you do? It's the same question I get every time. But I was always taught, I was homeschooled. So I was always taught, if you're gonna explore one thing, then you might as well explore it all in that same category. So what comes with producing and singing and all that, if I'm gonna be in a place where people are messing with my music, I need to know what they're doing. I can't just let them do that. Same thing with contracts. You can't just sign anything and just let it go. You gotta read it and study it first. So that's what I did. I took the music industry. I have a very, very big passion in my music and rapping and singing. And if I want it right, I gotta see how it is. I can't just be like, yeah, turn this up and that, and not know what I'm talking about.
And that's you just. I mean, I'm not gonna say you would be surprised, but y'all will be surprised how many times artists don't know that part of it, and then wonder why their song doesn't sound. You know, because you don't know what you sound like. You don't know your levels. You know, and that's why you also want to be around good producers and engineers to pretty much know you and know how to do that for you. If you don't know, like you're saying, there's a lot of people who just rap and then they walk out. I'm gonna roll this blunt, mix me down. But there's people like her and myself when you stand over the boards. Well, what's that doing? Okay, so that's what that is. Now I know the, you know, like that. So yeah, be a master of your craft and not just one subject.
I'm a perfectionist, especially when it comes to my music. Like any artist is, or like I would hope any artist is very passionate about their stuff and also sensitive. So being a perfectionist in that, I gotta know what you're doing. I gotta know. So yeah, like I said, let me go down the list again. I model, sing, rap, DJ, produce.
For now. Next week it'll be and.
No.
It's like, what's not wrong with it?
I've edited videos.
Okay,
I've recorded videos.
That's what I'm saying. I know there's more ands, but we'll say we'll finish her list.
Right.
All right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with wearing many hats again. Like, I wouldn't have known that I would be doing a radio station, even though it was something that was in my head, like DJing or just being on air. Yeah. It was like something I jumped into. Shout out to DJ Chef. You're in Square One. That's where I started. For everybody who's been listening to the Detour Show, that's where we started the Detour Show. And now we've grown into not only my show, but other shows, including DJs and things like that. So yeah, it was just something I dove into. And then it was like, well, don't stay here, learn more. And here we go. So I'm like you. It's like one perfectionist. I'm gonna okay. Well, if you could do that, well, let me learn a little bit of that too, and you know, just keep going through it. So,
shout out to Southside Family Productions, SSF, and DJ Goodnight. You know, Hip Hop Academy. You guys helped me out. You motivated me to do this. So yeah.
Yeah, that's, you learn and you grow, and you learn and you grow. And speaking of Hip Hop Academy, you do have a podcast. Or that you were doing?
Yes, yes. We are Hip Hop Academy. It's WHHA radio show. I started off in Hip Hop Academy, and that story is actually funny. I told him before about the story, and you know, it was a small thing, and I was told, me and my sister was told to try it out. Me and AJ, shout out to AJ. We was told to try it out. And then it just turned into something that we like doing. We like doing it. We got picked up and sponsored and etc. So yeah, check it out. WHHA Radio Show. That's WHHA Radio Show.weebly.com. Weebly with 2 E's. WEEBLY.com.
You see how she got that down packed? She'll have the grammar one down packed as well too. But that's how you know she's a host. You know when someone's a radio host when they got that spiel like that. Like it rolls off the tongue. So that's what's up. Like I said, I not only followed that you were DJing, but also knowing that you have a radio show. Yes. And we met up in many of the...
We have personalities.
Yes. So it's like you can't, hold it back. And if you realize, hey, I guess I have a personality, let me roll with it. Right now, I'm not, fit the script a lot. I mean,
you got a little...
This, for everybody who knows me, this isn't on at all. Everybody's like, oh, that's just Mook doing whatever you do. For other people, like, wow, yesterday you looked... a little more presentable, but hey, it's just how it goes. I'm a free spirit. I'm a just on the cuff, off the cuff type person. So that's where I'm going with it right now. Hey, you get bored. That's all that is. But yeah, definitely. I just wanted to go on record saying we definitely appreciate having you here on Wednesday. Not only Wednesday, but just having you here as part of the Grind Mode Worldwide Radio family. Because again, like I said, I've been following things that you've done, and it's good to have people who are out there doing stuff that they're passionate about and going real hard for it. So it's good to spotlight and show them some appreciation. It's like if you see someone doing well, like we were talking earlier with Secret, sometimes you just want to tell someone that they're doing a good job or to give someone a compliment, and not always, well, I'm gonna look for the downfall and no more, well, that's dope, but you don't do this. Like, so it's just more of appreciation. And so to see someone doing what they were doing, it's like, hey, it can only help, and we both can help each other. So it's not like, you know, one of those type things. So.
See, look, listen, this is what you guys need to like follow up on. Like in Pittsburgh, I know a lot of people in Pittsburgh. I know a lot of artists in Pittsburgh. You guys, we have to not forget the unity in this. We are all interested in this, so let's come together and work together. That's the point of this. You know, Grind Mode, WHHA radio show. As I said, this is your girl KK Canty Casa. If you forgot.
Yeah, we're gonna let her get back on. We're gonna let her get back on air and kill the music. But we're gonna let her also do this too. Like I said, when you know that someone has different hats and different roles that they play, it's. I definitely didn't want to just play music and you miss the personality. So we wanted to get some sort of sit down. So to just invite y'all into the world of KK, and you'll definitely get more throughout the time of growing and knowing her. So this is just the introduction. Believe me, it's just the introduction. But again, for all those who were listening earlier and heard all the technical problems, I think they gave her that help as well. Like, yes, everybody knows me and frustration and technical stuff. So we had a little issue earlier, but we worked through it. And that's what I was saying as far as bringing you on board then too, is because I know that you have knowledge in other things. And that showed as far as the tech side. So we're brought to you today by, you know, the helpful ideas and troubleshooting of KK as well. So, but again, Grind Mode Worldwide Radio, again, we appreciate the addition of KK to our DJing set on MidDayPlay. And again, every Wednesday, tune in 2 o'clock and you'll hear dope playlists and dope music sets. So other than the music, the production, I'm not gonna say what is your favorite thing, but like, I know one's like probably the focus right now more than this. Do you have something that you're working on in some field that's like?
Well, I'm an artist, and you know, with every artist, you are always progressing in what you do. I'm always consistently working on my voice, working on challenging myself. I challenge myself in everything. Like if I have a jam and I know it's a hit, I have to make something better. I have to. It's just something I do. And I also play the piano. I don't know if I said that earlier. I play the piano. So that goes with music too. And any musician, they know what I'm talking about. You make a piece that sounds nice, you have to make something better. Something else that people can listen to that doesn't sound similar to the last one, but it's, you know, a completely different thing, and people can listen to it and know you did it.
Keyword in there that I like was challenging herself. There's a lot of artists that be like, I'll do this song because it's me and I'm comfortable, and you just get to say it because it's something they're used to.
Right.
There's a lot of times I'll hear a beat or something, and I'm like, that beat's so crazy that it would need something, and it's like, rather than run from it, it's like, well, let me try to do that. Or, you know, it's like, yeah, sometimes you want that notebook fight where you're like, why is it so hard to get this jam done? But you need that to grow sometimes. And a lot of people don't use the word challenge. A lot of people just go with what they know. Oh, that sounds like you know, just do that same. And it's like, okay, it's dope, but it's just a continuation. Like, you have to get different chapters and different things. So, yeah, someone who challenges themselves is definitely someone that's trying to give you a better product every time.
Yes.
Like,
you know, in life, everything moves forward. Although you are comfortable with this one thing, you always want to add on. You have to add on. That's why it is important to continuously study. And that's what I do, even in my music. I continuously study it and continue to progress. Yeah,
don't get closed-minded. Don't think like because you made a hit or something that now you know everything, or now that you got some success in this lane that I'm good. Like, no, because then you're gonna learn the hard way. Like, there's that learning voluntarily and then learning the hard way. And yeah, I'd rather you learn voluntarily and see the ins and outs, ups and downs, than to say I got it and find a pitfall like, oh, I didn't have it. Now I know. So yeah, definitely growing, learning, challenging, things of that nature.
Yes.
And it's proven because of the many hats and many things you do. You're challenging yourself with just saying that you do 5, 6, 7.
Always.
Like, yeah, always. And just living life. Like, that's a lot of stuff to, like, you know, maintain. So there's a lot of people that say, oh, I'll just do one thing. I'm just living. Like, that's hard enough. So to be adding other hobbies, goals, and crafts and talents to anything is definitely, you know, work. And
plus, like how he said earlier about his hair, it's the same thing with, you know, my career. It gets boring if you're just doing just the same thing over and over. You want to try something new. And, you know,
some work better than others. I mean, I know, don't comment heavily on me. I understand some styles work better than others, but you got to try.
I don't think
you got to try.
Bad.
I mean, there's something this morning when it was 3 of them. Only 3 were woke. The rest were down. Like, was that a zoom in? That was a zoom in. That was a zoom in. Yeah, but yeah, it's just like try. Yeah, don't be afraid to explore, to grow, to try. And even though that the example was these today, but again, in a week or 2 or a month, it'll be different, and I'll be, you know, it's a progress. It's one step to get to another step.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a messy step to get to a polished step.
Yes.
But you got to take there, you know. So.
Amen.
See, I like this, that we can, you know, yeah, that was definitely testimonial right there. That was serious. I went through it myself. But yeah, like, again, the midday play, it'll be where we spotlight a DJ every day. And like I said, it's 2 hours, but it's not always just 2 hours of radio play or music play. Sometimes you might come in and they have something to talk to you about, or they have a guest. But you will definitely be getting a DJ's point of view from 2 to 4 Eastern on Rama Worldwide Radio. And a little sit down with them. Like I said, everybody has personality. So we're not just here to say, hey, spin records for 2 hours. No, it's like get to know the person who's spinning the records, because sometimes I tend to, just like you, or have similar ideas and likes. So this may be something you want to get into, and seeing KK do it may be something to influence you to, you know, work harder on your craft. So that's what we're here to do, just educate and show that, you know, there are outlets and there are people that are doing something that you probably try to do or having troubles doing, or feel like, I'm about to give it up. No, just push through it, because we all probably met that point where we thought we just want to give this whole thing up. And mine was probably about 40 minutes ago when the radio wasn't working at all. I almost told him to go home, and I was going to sit here and save the crowd, but it didn't happen that way. I didn't give up, and here we are. So, yeah, definitely. All right, so you were saying earlier, I mean, well, the other day, just to bring up a fan base, and that you have a, let's say, a huge or nice following, you know, outside of the States. And a lot of people, you know, are like so busy trying to get, like, let me get my hometown to love me. And it's like, sometimes it's, you know, it's outside. Sometimes it goes this way. You know, you can't always just force, you know, what you think is a great thing. You know, but you're always saying that, was it Ghana? Or
in Ghana.
Okay. So, I mean, how did that come along? Like, even just a relationship, or
you know what? It just happened. It's like hard to explain how that happened. I don't even know when it started or how long they've been listening or anything. It really just happened. And I guess it's because, you know, because I like so much music, and even with my radio show and all that, we just be exploring our music. And then we even like get something on YouTube and just be like, hey, this sounds nice. I like it. It's clean too. I can just play it on the radio show, and I can just tell them I'm playing a song. And you know, it's just reaching out, and then it just happened that way. I'm not really sure how. Like I told you, I'm not how. It was just like, wow, I got a large fan base of listeners in Ghana now. I don't know when that happened. A Ghana artist hit me up and was like, let's make a song. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. You know, where'd you hear me up from? I didn't even ask. Yeah,
it's like, yeah, it's good. I don't even try to focus on it. It's here, it's happening, so let's just roll with that.
Let's just make a song. We gonna make it happen.
Yeah, I feel like that's real dope, like that outside, you know, appreciation.
Right.
It shows you that, like, again, when you think that you're in a bubble, or someone's here is like, oh, well, that's not really, and you're like, okay, well, that's all, you know, everybody I know said that this ain't great. It's like, wait a minute. Outside. It's
when things happen like that, I think the best thing is to not be afraid, because people be afraid of change, and especially when some people are contacting you, like, who's this?
Yeah,
I don't know this person
is.
And you don't want to do that. You just want to make sure to keep humble. Like even when you reached out to me, and I was like, okay, he wants me to be radio DJ. I could do that. You know, I DJ parties and all that. I can do that. And it was a humbling experience. just always want to be humble with things like that. And so, like I told you, I didn't even ask. When the Ghana people started hitting me up, it was a humbling experience that I'm getting airplay there. And that was that.
You know, shout out to all y'all, you know, who's following her. Like, and hopefully you continue to follow along, and you know, you're liking the network as well. Jay Skyline chiming in just to, you know, point that out for people. You know, his show Unfiltered will be, you know, airing next. I'll be traveling to get there, but we're getting this thing off the ground, and having a strong core of people make it a lot easier. Yes. I'm just gonna say that. My appreciation and my humbleness is say to have someone who can come on the show and know what they're doing or know their craft and being able to help and willing to assist is definitely dope. It's definitely an easier climb than having to do all that yourself and asking numerous people over and over for something that someone could have just did. Like, take a little time out your day to do something that you know you can do, and you never know how much help it would be to you. So, like I said, we wanted to sit down a little bit. We'll be talking with her a lot more. We're not going to try to cram everything into this sit down, but I just definitely wanted to take some time away from the ones and twos and let y'all get to meet her a little more. But now you can go back to GMWorldWideRadio.com to hear her a little bit more before, you know, the end of our segment for today. But again, every Wednesday, you have DJ KK on the Midday Play. So you'll be getting to know a lot more about her and seeing her more often. So again, I appreciate the sit down. I appreciate the, you know, the addition to the Grind Mode team. So again, that was a little sit down with her. We'll get back to the music. And you can always check these videos on our YouTube channel at Grind Mode Worldwide Radio. So tell a friend to subscribe, hit the little bell on the side. That way, every time we go live, you get notified. And then you can tune in. We will be having giveaways and stuff in the future, so you definitely want to add that bell to your subscription. I'll tell you a little more about that later. But we'll get back to the music. GMWorldWideRadio.com. You got Malachi Joel, DJ KK in here, Midday Play. I'll at y'all.